The latest Fed minutes indicating more rate hikes are needed to bring down inflation, and our next guest suggests that weakens the case to own stocks. What did you think of the minutes? Did it change anything about how you think the Fed is going to proceed the next meeting?
No, the minutes were hyped because Jay Powell said February 1st that he would lay out a detailed plan for how the Fed would pause. And when we got there, we didn't really get a detailed plan, or whatever plan we got was before a monster payroll report and before an uptick in CPI, and it really doesn't apply anymore. And that set the stage for what we've seen in the last 2 weeks, and that is a big rise of interest rates. 10-year yields up 50 basis points. The street is coming out now and saying that the Fed is going to raise rates not only in March and in May, but again in June and go to 5.5%. And that is becoming more and more the reality. And the minutes didn't do anything to stop that train that we're going beyond the 5.25 that the Fed was saying would be their terminal or end point just a few weeks ago.
And I guess there's also the wild card of a 50 basis point hike the next meeting. We know that at least Mester and Bullard were in favor of that at the last meeting. We don't know who else might have been also, because the language in the minutes seemed to imply that there could have been another person who is in the same camp. But I'm wondering, Jim, if we're just, we're not looking at the big picture here, whether there's 50 now or there's an additional 25, the end point is higher. But how long do you think we will be at that end point?
No, you're right. I think that, whether we do 50 or 25 at the next meeting is really a function of the stock market. If we're 4,300, I think we do 50. If we're 4,000 where we're at now or lower, I think we do 25. But really what's important is, where's the Fed ultimately going? Are they going to just go to 550 and stop there? That's really no different than 525. But the market is starting to bet on the idea that they might go to 6% by the fall.